You wake up, and the first thing you feel is tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep can fix. It's a deep, heavy, structural exhaustion. You look at the glowing rectangle next to your bed. Notifications, emails, numbers on a screen. You drag yourself out from under the covers to go to a job you tolerate, to buy things you don't actually need, to impress people who do not care about you. You sit in traffic. You stare at the taillights in front of you. And for a split second, the noise of the world stops, and this terrifying thought echoes in the back of your mind. Is this it? Is this all there is? You quickly turn on a podcast or open an app to drown the thought out, because silence is dangerous. Silence makes you realize you are running on a hamster wheel. Society told you the formula. They promised you that if you just got the degree, if you just secured the job, if you just hit that specific number in your bank account, you would finally feel a sense of arrival. You would finally feel complete. But you hit the milestone. You got the promotion. You bought the car. You held the new phone in your hands. And how long did the happiness last? A week? A day? An hour? Before you knew it, the emptiness crept right back into your chest. The goalpost moved. Suddenly, the car wasn't nice enough. The salary wasn't high enough. The house wasn't big enough. You thought you were climbing a mountain, but you suddenly realize you are just walking on a treadmill. You are completely exhausted, running at top speed, and you haven't moved a single inch forward. You don't want to admit it out loud, but you feel like a slave. A completely voluntary, highly optimized slave. And the most terrifying part is, you don't even know who you are running for anymore. Psychologists have a clinical term for this endless loop. They call it the hedonic treadmill. It is the scientific observation that human beings have a baseline level of happiness. Whenever you acquire a new material possession, a burst of wealth, a new status symbol, your dopamine spikes, but your brain adapts. The new luxury simply becomes your new normal, and the dopamine crashes. To get that high again, you need something bigger, faster, more expensive. There is an old Russian parable that captures this perfectly. A wealthy landowner approached a poor farmer and made him an unbelievable offer. He told the farmer, "For 1,000 rubles, I will give you as much land as you can walk around in a single day." There was only one catch. The farmer had to return to the exact starting point before the sun went down. If he was even a minute late, he would lose the money and the land. The farmer agreed. At dawn, he started walking. The land was beautiful, so he walked further. He saw a green pasture in the distance, so he pushed his limits to include it. Driven by pure, intoxicating greed, he walked so far that by the time he realized the sun was setting, he was miles away. Panic set in. He sprinted. His lungs burned. His heart pounded against his ribs. He pushed his physical body to the absolute brink. He crossed the finish line. Right as the sun disappeared beneath the horizon, he won. He had an empire. And then he collapsed. He died of exhaustion right there on the starting line. His servant quietly dug a hole and buried him. In the end, after running himself to death for miles of empire, the only land the man actually needed was 6 feet of dirt. The modern world acts like they discovered this psychological glitch yesterday. They think consumerism is a new disease, but they are entirely wrong. 1400 years ago, the creator of human psychology diagnosed this exact sickness. It is not a modern glitch. It is an ancient spiritual disease. It is the disease of takathur. In the Quran, Allah reveals a short, terrifying surah that dismantles the entirety of modern society in just a few words. أَلْهَاكُمُ التَّكَاثُرُ. The mutual rivalry for accumulation of worldly things diverts you. Read that again. The mutual rivalry, the endless competition to have more than the person next to you. More views, more followers, more square footage, more zeros in a digital bank account. It diverts you. It distracts you. It keeps you sleepwalking. Until when? The next verse gives the terrifying answer. حتى زرتم المقابر. Until you visit the graves. You are caught in a hypnotic trance of consumerism. You are buying clothes you don't wear, hoarding wealth you can't spend, and agonizing over a future you are not even guaranteed to see. You are trading the absolute certainty of the hereafter for the temporary, fading illusion of the dunya. We think we own our possessions, but if you look closely, your possessions own you. Your job owns your time. Your phone owns your attention. Your mortgage owns your stress. You have become a machine designed simply to consume. And a machine does not have a soul. That is why you feel so profoundly empty inside. You are starving your spiritual heart to feed an ego that cannot be satisfied. The system is rigged against you, but it is not just society to blame. It is your own internal architecture. And Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam warned us about the terrifying nature of human desire. He gave us the exact anatomy of this emptiness. He said, if the son of Adam had a valley full of gold, he would desire a second. And if he had 2 valleys, he would desire a third. And nothing fills his mouth but the dust of the grave. Let those words sink in. Nothing fills his mouth but the dust of the grave. Your nafs, your base, egoic self, is a bottomless pit. If you try to fill it with the dunya, you will spend your entire life pouring water into a bucket with a hole in it. You will never, ever feel like you have enough. There will always be a nicer car. There will always be a younger, more attractive person on your feed. There will always be someone making more money than you. If you tie your peace of mind to external accumulation, you are signing a contract for lifelong psychological torture. The architects of social media and modern marketing know this. They have monetized your dissatisfaction. They engineer algorithms to make you feel inadequate, so you will buy their products to feel whole. They are farming your anxiety. They are harvesting your depression. You are giving your absolute highest level of focus, your deepest khushu, to your career and your bank account. And you are giving Allah the exhausted, distracted, leftover scraps of your day. You have inverted the cosmic order. You are serving the world when the world was created to serve you, while you serve your Creator. So, how do you win a game that is mathematically designed for you to lose? You stop playing the game. You step off the treadmill. You break the illusion. You realize that true wealth is not the accumulation of things. It is the lack of desire for them. The only cure for the endless, gnawing hunger of the mind is al-qana'ah, true, unshakable contentment with the decree of Allah. Contentment is a superpower. When you are truly content, the marketing algorithms lose their grip on your mind. The corporate ladder loses its appeal. The opinions of basic lame human beings no longer dictate your self-worth. You become completely untethered from the matrix. You become free. This does not mean you stop working. It does not mean you embrace poverty. It means you detach your heart from the outcome. You work hard, you tie your camel, but you leave the provision to the one who wrote it before you were even born. Look at your hands. Look at the device you are holding. In 100 years, this phone will be dust. The clothes you are wearing will be dust. The company you stress over will be forgotten, and you will be under the earth, answering for how you spent your time. Stop running yourself to death for an empire you cannot keep. Stop scrolling to numb the pain of a life you don't like. The 6 feet of earth is already waiting for you. It is the only real estate you are guaranteed to keep. It is time to wake up, disconnect from the illusion, and start preparing for the only reality that actually matters.